Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WWJD TV. My name is John, and you're listening to Channel 316, Stretching Your Faith new mini-series. And with that, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Cookie Dough from Rolling Pin, Kentucky. He's going to share a family recipe with us.
Thank you. I am honored to be here today. I'll tell you, I'm just not sure. What did you say the name of the show is?
Stretching Your Faith.
Why would they have me on a show called that? Well, anyway, I'm here today to share a secret family recipe with you. This recipe that I'm going to make for you is the most requested recipe at all our family gatherings. So I don't know how they heard about it here, but you are honored, and I'm sure you'll find out why. So, I got to dig in my little pouch here and see what I got. Get glasses here. First ingredient on the secret recipe is the flowers. Now, fresh is best. Because if you get some fresh ones out of the garden, you can just throw the whole stem in there and everything. Now, the thing is, I've been known to go into the flower closet and on the shelf and pick some arrangements apart. There's no fresh ones. You use what you have. But if you use them out of the closet or on the shelves or something dry or still, you don't want to use those stems. So you just remove the flower tips on that. Okay?
Did you happen to say what you were making?
Oh. Well, I thought it might be apparent. I'm making our famous German chocolate cake. The family's German chocolate cake. Okay? I might save the frosting recipe for another day. You might be a little overwhelmed. But, okay, the next thing we do on our recipe is we put the soda. We put the soda in. And this is another thing where you don't have to be too picky. You just pull out whatever you have. Okay, now this is what I had in the pantry, so that's what's going to go in today. Okay, now, I found that it's best to be freestyle. You do the freestyle thing, and what that means is you use what you have on hand. Okay? And this is another thing where sometimes our chickens, they just don't lay like they're supposed to. And so, when I'm gathering the eggs for this recipe, I just put them in, and you don't need to just worry about where'd that go? You don't need to worry about how many goes in there as long as you have some. Okay? Now, sometimes I use the salt. Doesn't matter what order you use here, but sometimes I use the salt from, what's that? My husband uses what's that stuff you use and keep ice?
Rock salt.
Yeah, rock salt's really good. You go out in the garage and you get some of that, but we've used all that up this winter, so. Make sure it stays in the bowl. That's really important. Now, we're almost down to the wire here on the secret stuff. Okay, so we got the oil. Oil. Now that's another thing where my husband, he's always got oil out there, and I find that it's best if you experiment. But this is a particularly good kind. I don't know what kind it is. But anyway, since we're making the German chocolate cake today, we need our chocolate. I'm going a little light on the chocolate today, but it'll work. The thing of it is, this is where my family always goes wrong, and I've told them time and time again, and they won't listen to me, and I don't know why. To me, it's really obvious. This recipe never works out for them. I told them the most important ingredient is you got to put the love in. You got to hug it, and you got to squeeze it, and you twirl it around, and you go, and for some reason they think that's stupid. But you know what? That recipe, that never turned out for them. So I told them, if you guys want to make this recipe, you just let me know if it turns out for you. But remember the secret is love.
So I guess that would be stretching your faith if you wanted a piece of this cake. So, what I'd like to say is may God bless you this week and put you in a situation that stretches your faith, and you can give Him the glory and the honor. Thank you.